Hi everyone, I'm Pratish Pandey from Educational Series and I'm coming with a new topic, Nutrition in Animals Part 2. So let's start. And if you have not seen my Part 1 video, please do watch it. Moving on, please like and subscribe my channel and don't forget to click the bell icon segment below to get regular updates of my videos. And also, I'd like to tell you about the Class 7 Sprint series in which I'll put one or two videos in a week, which will be about Class 7 Science, Mathematics, or any subject topics with highly quality videos and good content. So let's start.
Let's see digestion in humans. So, as me, I am a human, you are a human, and everyone, mankind is a human. So, now as we eat food, every day you eat some food when you get hungry, and you eat your breakfast, then your lunch, then your dinner, and some snacks. So, when you eat the food, you get energy from the food. You have learned in the earlier classes that when you eat food, you get energy. So, what is digestion then? So digestion is all about eating food, getting absorbing the nutrition, the energy from the food to the use of our body, and then excreting the waste. This is all in digestion. So digestion is considered into 5 categories: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation or elimination, and excretion. What should we go? Why? Excretion. So ingestion, its digestion is divided into these parts. This. So ingestion is all about eating food. Digestion is all about digesting food. It digests in breaking into simpler substances which are easy for a body to use. Absorption is the absorbing process of absorbing energy or the nutrients from the food we eat for the body to function. Assimilation is the process of using that nutrition which you obtain from food, transporting it to different parts and using that nutrition to every cell and using that nutrition. And excretion is the process of excluding, putting out, or excreting the waste from the body which are left from the food we eat. We excrete some waste in the form of feces. We excrete that waste, and that comes under excretion. So this is what 5 components of digestion. Now, what the topic says, let's see the digestion in humans. So now let's see digestion in humans. So I'll give you a rough diagram of our human body. So here is a mouth, and then long pipe called esophagus. Connects here is the liver and bile duct, and then the stomach, the G-shaped figure, the stomach, and then it connects to the large intestine. Large intestine is the large intestine, which is also a part. And then inside first, stomach is connected to the small intestine, small, coiled, huge, long. It's around 7.5 meters long, which is coiled tightly in our stomach, and it's called small intestine. And here is our anus, and here is appendix. It's appendix. So this is what a rough diagram of a digestive system. It's a face, and there is a tongue, and a lot of teeth, and salivary glands all around our face. So now, as the food here, the food enters from here. Now we chew it. Our teeth. These are teeth. So these mix and grind and make it a paste, and chew and cut and make it kind of watery paste. Then these salivary glands, they release a kind of liquid called saliva. That is watery liquid which helps to digest carbohydrate or starch in our mouth only. So the digestion starts from our mouth. Now, if you have noticed that when you eat a lot of chapatis and if you chew it and chew it for a long time, then it seems to be tastier. Why? This is because when you chew, most of the carbohydrate which convert into sugar, which tastes as sweet. Sugar tastes as sweet. So when saliva digested the carbohydrate, our spit, which we say saliva, it digested the carbohydrate, it makes it convert into sugar, which tastes as sweet. So now and they chew it and grind it and cut it and tear it, and they make it a paste. Then with the help of our tongue, we twist it and make it a bow, and the tongue helps to go push it back into the esophagus. This is an esophagus. It's a long pipe or the food pipe. Esophagus. It's a long food pipe. Food travels from this. Now it does a special kind of movement when it goes from the mouth buccal cavity. Oh, buccal cavity. We missed it. We came to esophagus. But what more can we learn about buccal cavity? So I'll tell you one of the facts about buccal cavity. Buccal cavity is our mouth, which this contains of salivary glands and tongue, these teeth. And so buccal cavity has a twist passage which connects these our ears, our nose, and our buccal cavity or mouth are connected with one pipe. So if you have noticed, when there's a lot of sound and you say ah, so why do you open your mouth? Because when a lot of sound enters your ears, then they have a lot of pressure in your ears. So to maintain the pressure, your brain tells you to open your mouth. So the pressure is maintained. And also while vomiting, sometimes you say that vomit comes out of nose also, because this nose and this ear are connected. Now where we were in esophagus. So now when food travels it's forced to the tongue and it travels to the stomach, it passes through the esophagus. Now esophagus has a certain kind of movement which allows the food to go inside, which is called the peristalsis movement, in which comprises of contraction and relaxation. So it contracts and relaxes and contracts and relaxes till the food is pushed down to the stomach. And when we have vomiting, then non peristalsis movement or opposite of peristalsis movement happens when the same contraction relaxation pushes it upwards. So now it reaches on the esophagus. The food has took a journey and reached the stomach. So I'll draw stomach here again for you. And this is the stomach. A huge. So this is our stomach, Mr. Stomach. So here is Mr. Stomach, and this esophagus comes from the buccal cavity. Now the food enters and settles at the bottom. It's now kind of paste. Now walls. This stomach has its walls. These are all walls. So these walls give out three kind of chemicals: hydrochloric acid, pepsinogen, and mucus. So hydrochloric acid is a strong acid which helps to digest food and kill the bacteria. Its main work is to kill the bacteria and virus or all the harmful things when you eat food. If they are weak, hydrochloric acid will kill them and kills some bacteria, viruses, and protects you from diseases. And okay, what does pepsinogen do? Pepsinogen helps in digestion, especially protein. And what does mucus do? Mucus. Now think. Now hydrochloric acid comes when you eat a lot of food, junk food, burgers and pizzas. Then more hydrochloric acid, a brain signals to give more hydrochloric acid. If there will be more hydrochloric acid, then what will happen? Acidity, what we call acidity. So now in next chapter we will learn about acids, bases and salts. So I'll tell you something to neutralize or do finish the effect of acid. Now, if there is less food and a lot of acid has come out, so if some acid will flow out or damage the food, or something good things will be damaged, and a lot of bad things can happen. So for that is mucus. Its mucus has two advantages. Now, hydrochloric acid is a very strong. It's very strong. It can melt even zinc. Zinc is kind of a iron-like substance, so it's so strong that it can melt even that. So now you'll be thinking that how does our stomach walls are not affected? How it could have borne our stomach, then it will come out and acid is coming out of stomach. No, because because of mucus. Mucus is kind of base which neutralizes the effect and say it opens a covering all over the walls of stomach. It makes a covering which prevents the hydrochloric acid from harming it. And also when there's a lot of hydrochloric acid and our stomach became acidic, then you have a lot of stomach pain and acidity and what you call a gas. So that mucus, a body releases mucus which neutralizes the effect, or you take that. We take base because to neutralize its acid and to neutralize or finish its effect, then we take a base. So you can see Dialgene. You take when you have stomach pain and acidity gas, then you take Dialgene. So it does effect of minimizing the effect of hydrochloric acid. Now what about burping? Burping. So why do you burp? It's kind of fun fact. Now when you eat a lot of food and hastily, then some air is stored at the top was some air is stored. So when you eat food and this air becomes too much, then you burp it out, or it comes out of stomach and you say burp. That is what a burp is, and this is how it forms. Now these enzymes and some chemicals mix it and digest the food, proteins and all carbohydrates, fats. They are digested here, and now for 4 to 5 hours this process continues. Then the food is carried on into the small intestine. So this is the small intestine, in the passage to the small intestine. Now small intestine is kind of structure which is 7.5 meters long and is very long and it's quite tightly in our stomach. So now this here, liver. Liver is the largest gland in a body, and it makes a juice called bile juice, and which is stored in the bile duct, which I have told you, bile duct. And this is the forgot to mention, this is the pancreas. I have drawn this. These are the pancreas. So now the bile juice from the liver, it goes to bile duct and bile duct releases it. So this juice comes to the small intestine, and pancreas release the pancreatic juice, and these two juices and digested juices in the small intestine comes together and digest all the food, all the nutrition which can digest in our body. And their stomach, this small intestine has villi, like finger like projections called villi, which take the nutrition and supply it in the blood, which blood is carried to the all the cells in our human body. So now this food is digested. Now all the food, the small intestine, all the useful components are decided except water, which is done in the large intestine. Now it passes the passage to the large intestine. But before, it is a structure called appendix. Appendix was used when it was used after the small intestine. The food was like raw meat when we were middle period, or when we were monkeys or we were apes. So we eat a lot of raw meat. So that meat come in the appendix and was churned and processed, because now we cannot process raw meat because it will give us illness. So that was processed. Now as we don't eat raw meat, so it is not used and the body has made it non-functional. So when you talk about eating food or you jump after 4 to 5 hours, you jump a lot, and after eating, if you jump, then the food particles can go into appendix, which can cause a very severe stomach pain 3 times. There are 3 attacks which you call appendix. First attack, which is very painful. Second attack, most worse, and the third attack, it blasts open, which causes internal bleeding in a stomach, and you can die. So if there is a lot of stomach pain, then you should have it checked. If a lot. So now, so it goes to pass to the largest intestine, and largest intestine also has some very like creatures which observe the water, because water is very important for us, because 70% of body is created from water, and to prevent dehydration, extra some water is taken from blood from the kidneys. This large intestine take a lot of blood as possible as it takes, and it now all this wily creature take the blood, and this travels to here, then it's stored in the rectum. Rectum is a store for the undigested part which cannot be digested our body, and it's a waste one, and then it comes to the anus and is excreted in the form of feces. So this was our digestive system. I'll make you recall first. This is the buccal cavity, first part. Food goes and the teeth chew it, and the tongue goes to esophagus using peristalsis movement. Then the stomach 4 to 5 hours, 3, and using 3 chemicals: hydrochloric acid, pepsinogen, and mucus. And these all work, I have told you. And then goes small intestine, then juice from the bile juice, and the pancreatic juice from the pancreas, and bile juice from the liver comes, and juices from the small intestine digest it, and the undigested waste is going to the stomach, into the large intestine, where the water is absorbed, and then the waste or feces are going to the rectum till they are removed in the form of feces from the anus. So there are, let's count how many parts in the digestive system: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can say basically 5, but these are also involved. So let's see this more clearly on the PPT.
Now we just learned about the digestion in humans, so let's divide it up into PPT. So digestion in humans, we take in food and we excrete the food. We take in the food and the waste material we excrete out. So this process of eating food and excreting it out and digesting the food and obtaining energy from that is called digestion. And digestion is humans. It's all about how humans digest their food and obtain energy from it. So now digestion is a complex process, of course. Like in amoeba we learned it's not a complex process. Digestion in humans is a very complex one. So this we have already learned. Digestion is divided into 5 parts: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and ingestion or excretion. Sorry for the disturbance. And this is the diagram which I made on the board also. And this is the oral cavity, buccal cavity, and the salivary glands will provide saliva, that liquid which dissolves carbohydrates. Haven't I told you? So when there's the esophagus, in peristalsis movement is go down and right into the stomach, and then hydrochloric acid, bile juice, and hydrochloric acid, mucus, and pepsinogen digest the food, and hydrochloric acid kills the bacteria and all in the food we eat, that's a junk food. Then it goes into the small intestine, where the bile juice from the liver and the pancreatic juice from the pancreas meet, and some juices in the small intestine come and digest the food. Now what is this gallbladder? Gallbladder is a place where this liver stores this bile juice. It's a gland which it stores the bile juice in the gallbladder. Now nowadays some people are having a diet or malnutrition, or they are not eating food on proper times. So this as bile liver makes a lot of juices and stores in the bile juice, that when we'll eat food, then it will go to the stomach, small intestine, then bile juice will be used. But if we don't eat food on times, mostly a lot of times, then this juice in the gallbladder becomes crystallized. It gets hard into some crystals. So it becomes stone. Haven't you heard about stone in the gallbladder? So this causes the very severe pain in the stomach. So in the stomach chest area. So this gallbladder which is not used, just via from the liver is goes to the stomach, this small intestine wire, but I mean not via a tube, and this gallbladder is removed or operation is done and it's removed, sorry for the disturbance, and it's removed, and which does not cause any problem in a human body. So, and then pancreatic juice, and it digests all, then the food goes to this large intestine where the water is taken, and then to the rectum where the feces or the waste particles are stored which have no nutrition value, and then they are excreted out through the anus. The parts of digestive tract. Now this whole way, when the food travels from this whole journey to the stomach, to the hair, till the anus, is called the digestive tract, or the tract is a way, digestive way or tract. So they are these kind of mouth or buccal cavity, food pipe or esophagus, then that's the stomach, then comes the small intestine, then large intestine, the rectum, and then the anus. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 parts in the human digestive system, and it comprises from the buccal cavity to the anus. Esophagus, as we have learned of the digestion, so esophagus is also called the food pipe, and this all the thing I have told you. This is the food, and here's the liver, the gallbladder, and esophagus. From the buccal cavity it goes to the mouth down within the peristalsis movement, and this is all what I've told you. If you want the PPT, it's in the description below. Stomach is a U shape, it's like a kidney bean shape, is a part of digestive system, one of the main part of the digestive system, where the food stays for 4 to 5 hours, in which 3 kind of juices are excreted: hydrochloric acid, pepsinogen, and mucus, which I have already told you and explained in detail. So functions are the atomic, these are the functions, and protein digestion occurs in the stomach, and the viruses or the bacteria are killed, and the digestive juices break down protein into simpler substances for the digestion in the small intestine. So now from the stomach, the food moves to the small intestine. Small intestine is the longest part of the alimentary canal of the digestive path, which is the highly coiled. It's highly tightly coiled. It's of 7.5 meters long. And here stomach, then the small intestine, then the large one, then appendix, then rectum, and here's the anus. So function of small intestine. So the gallbladder, liver makes bile juice, which is stored in the gallbladder, in which turn gallbladder secretes liver secretes bile juice into the small intestine, and from the pancreas, here you can see the pancreas, this give pancreatic juice, and the juices in the small intestine or the digestive juices mix together to digest all the proteins for the things, fats, sugars, all the things which we derive from the food. And it has some wily like creatures, finger like projections, to absorb the nutrition from the food and give it to the blood, from which is to supply to the every cell of the body. And functions, it's all what I have told you. And liver, it's a reddish brown gland. It's called a gland, not an organ. Largest gland in the human body. It produces bile juice, and functions, it secretes bile juice which help the digestion in the small intestine, especially fats. And gallbladder, bile juice is stored in that organ. Pancreas is an organ. It's a cream colored organ, which is located just below the stomach. Its function is to release pancreatic juice, and products of digestion. Protein gets converted into amino acids, which is used by our body, and fats get converted into fatty acids and glycerol, which are stored as fat in our body for later use. And carbohydrates give us instant energy, which are taken into blood by making them into simple substances called glucose. 90% of it is done in the mouth, rest is done in the small intestine. All I have done. Absorption in the small intestine, all these valley like creatures are doing it, and this process which we learned about assimilation is what small happens in small intestine. The valley creatures, these projections absorb the food, through and give to the blood vessels which carry out the whole body. It is in the description box. Large intestine. Now, large intestine is a large, thick, muscular organ which also has villi projections, which excretes most of the water from our stool or feces, which becomes a semi-solid waste. Feces formed in process of removal of feces, semi-solid material into rectum through anus from time to time is called ejection. This anus it's removed out, and in the morning it's removed out time to time. These are the waste particles which cannot be used in by our body. Diarrhea is a condition when you have this frequent passing of watery stools, means the large intestine is not doing its work properly. Watery stools come out very frequently. This is very common in children, mainly in India, because they are malnutrition. Not we can say malnutrition, excessive water in the start from the body is lost, causes indigestion, infection, food poisoning. Infection in our stomach or food poisoning or indigestion means not malnutrition, not taking that amount of food when our, because stomach has something, as you eat food at 4 o'clock every day, so after some time the stomach releases that hydrochloric acid I have told you at that time, but if you have not eat that food at that time, so the on juices the hydrochloric acid does not react on anything and it just collects and it reacts on juices that causes this diarrhea, and it can be treated by ORS sackets, and WHO has said that an ORS sacket, ORS can be simpler remedy, can be made by mixing sugar and salt in water. Here ORS. Like my video, please like and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to click the bell icon below to get regular updates of my videos. Thank you.